Salut tout le monde, it's your boy Lukael. Welcome back to Blueprints. This is episode 5. I'm even wearing some blue for blueprints today, although it doesn't really look all that blue because of my green screen. But anyways, in the last episode, we discovered a bunch of new rooms, including the study, the laboratory, and a few others. We found the tomb where our great uncle Herbert is buried, and then discovered that it connects to this larger kind of underground mausoleum that seems full of secrets. I'm hoping we make some good progress today. I would love to make some new discoveries. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. Be careful about not leaving spoilers in your comments. And without further ado, let's jump right back in. It is day 13. Day 13 of the same cloudy sky. No sunlight, no rain. Just the same damn weather every day. So it does seem like the foundation is now just this permanent addition that's just always there. If I had known it was going to be there, I mean, it does say it does not reset each day, so I should have known, but I figured there's no way they're going to have something just stay there forever. I thought maybe it was going to be for like one extra day. But if I had known it was going to be there forever until, I guess, the rest of the save file, I would have maybe placed it somewhere else. I don't know. Let's go see what room we get outside today. There are still like 2 or 3 new ones we haven't seen. The trading post, the shrine, and the hovel. I think the trading post I've skipped every time. I don't think we've done this one, so let's try it. Yeah, that does look new to me. An outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. We got some flour, bunch of cooking instruments, a carpet, some tea, teacups, dynamite. Okay, this time that's an actual dynamite, right? It is. A little too dangerous to pick up. Okay. But you're giving me the option. Too dangerous. To be fair, if I was some kid, I also probably wouldn't pick up some random sticks of dynamite. What is this? Okay, it's some kind of puzzle box. So if you click this, it like spins the yellow squares around it. And then it switches places. I don't quite understand the rules. How come the pink one went down there? That's the only time it's moved. Oh. Am I trying to get the pink one in the middle and then like everything else in yellow? But I don't understand why it moved. So clicking the gray ones does nothing. Clicking the pink one moves this one. And then this one. Huh? Now nothing's moving. What the hell? Flour, Cough. Just cough. Cough. Sugar. Some gas. Carpets. Select an item to trade. You have no items to trade. Well, that's unfortunate. But we can come back here later. Wait, I need to figure out this freaking box. But like nothing's moving anymore. I couldn't notice any like pattern or any rhyme or reason about how this worked. It shows like... Oh, you can click the buttons on the sides too. What? How come the pink one moved like just the one time earlier? I think this is some kind of reset button where like it goes back to kind of its starting shape. Except no, it's not.
One eternity later.
I don't understand what makes it so where sometimes the pink one moves. Sometimes it doesn't. And then what do the corners do? Sometimes they turn yellow, sometimes they do nothing. Like here it does nothing. Nothing, yellow. So they don't do anything except this one. This one turns yellow. Then if you move the yellow out, then it's not yellow anymore. And then if you click it once, the yellow comes back. If you click it again, it turns yellow. And then the pink one, if you click it, it seems to rotate the yellow around it. Okay. And then if you click under it, nothing happens. How come sometimes it goes down? Okay, I guess it has to take the place of a yellow. But it doesn't go back up. It only goes down. And then if you want to reset it, you have to like just click one of the other corners, I guess. So this rotates the yellow. If you click down while the yellow is there, then the pink goes down. But it doesn't go up. It only goes down unless you reset it. And I guess these blocks reset. Except this one. So what am I trying to do? Because if you click a yellow, it goes up, but they don't go down. Now this one goes yellow. And this resets it? So they either reset or like... I'm trying to make sense of this. So let's see. If you go down here, rotate the yellow, now it turns yellow. Now this turns yellow. So the corners turn yellow if there's a yellow there. So now it's rotating all of these. So do I want each corner to be yellow? Well, then I would need this one to go up and rotate these there. Yellow, yellow. Oh. Okay, that was very, very cryptic. What is that? An allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2 coins. Oh. So now I just start each day with two gold? Oh. That makes sense. You know what? Last episode I was like, because of the showroom. Is that what it's called? the showroom, I'm like, there's no way you can buy any of these items. Well, maybe the cheapest ones, but the more expensive ones, you would never get this much gold unless there's some other method of earning gold that we just haven't found yet. So maybe you can raise your allowance to a point where you get a lot of gold each day. Huh. Okay, well, that was interesting. Let's actually get to the house now. It's weird because this game has so few actual puzzles. You know, there's a lot of mysteries, but not so much just like, you know, a puzzle that you solve on the spot, like a more classic type of puzzle. Well, let's just start on the left. Good old den, good old parlor, pantry. I like starting with the den, getting a little gem. Let's go left. These tend to often be the same type of room, which is fine with me. Let's do pantry and get a bit more gold. Or just any gold. Ching, ching, ching. An apple a day. Keeps the blueprints away. I'm hoping we see some new rooms. So let's do West Wing Hall. Get some nice music kicking in. Instead of going up, let's just go right. Closet, hallway. I think it's about that time. Let's go to the observatory so we can get the... So my theory was, because I'm about to get 4 stars. And what 4-star does is it's supposed to give you more rooms with 4 exits. But in my experience, the only rooms with 4 exits are the red rooms. Right? So would that mean that I'm just going to get a bunch of red rooms today? I don't know. Let's try it. And then we'll see. Four stars. The Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors or more are more common today. Which might be a bad thing. Let's see. See? Archives. That's 4. Let's just do bedroom. It's a bit like a curse. Sleeping mask. You see a lot of these blocks too in a lot of rooms. I'm trying to notice patterns between the rooms, and like a lot of them have a chess piece. A lot of them have these blocks that maybe all put together like spell something, but you can't interact with them. You don't really know like in what order you should even look at them. Plus there's multiple per rooms. So I don't know. Patio, can't do it. Closet, storeroom. We're getting into a dead end very early. Some gold, a key, a gem. That's about it. Let's go to the right instead of in the middle. Spare bedroom. Commissary. Let's do spare bedroom. Nothing new so far today. Parlor, nook, nursery. We've got 2 gems, 1 key, so let's get another key. chapel, parlor. I feel like this is going to be another short day at this rate. Let's do... I guess I don't really mind losing my gold that much. Let's just do chapel, even though it sucks losing my gold. But you don't need gold as much as you need keys and gems. Corridor, weight room, cloister. We've seen the cloister just the one time, and we couldn't get inside. Corridor? Wish I could wear this hat. The Great Hall again. Or just a hallway. Or the parlor. Parlor will give me more gems. Let's just do a parlor so we can get some gems if we solve the puzzle. Only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Okay, well, these two say the same thing. Only one of the other boxes is false. If two boxes say the exact same thing, I feel like the only solution is the one box that doesn't say the same thing. Right? That, like, regardless of what they say, you would have no way to know which box it is unless it's the one that says something unique, so it's not even about solving the actual riddle. It's always going to be the unique box. So, alright, let's go up. I was right. Yeah, I'm mostly getting red rooms, it seems. Archives, weight room, drawing room. Let's do that, just so I don't get a red room. A rotunda can rotate. This is new. It's gonna take all my gems, but it's my first time seeing it, so I guess I'm gonna go with that. So we saw similar mechanisms down in the mausoleum, right? There was this room that would rotate. I don't know if it's related at all. So here it goes straight into the foundation. So what does it mean for it to rotate? Oh, it just gives you access to the other rooms. That's why it costs 3, because it gives you access to every side. Archives, Great Hall, passageway. Oh, you can rotate the floor plans. Let's do Great Hall. So, can I rotate it as much as I want? You can. A circular chamber with a domed ceiling adorned with an array of mechanical gears. In the center of the room, a stone podium serves as a central pivot point for the chamber's true purpose, rotation. A fitting function for a room named Rotunda, which means clockwise room in Erajan. Huh. So I can also go up to, I guess we'll do a hallway. And I could go in the foundation too. Good. I don't remember there being 2 suspended lanterns. We still can't interact with this hole. It's So now we have 2 other doors. I could go and claim my jackhammer. So could I claim it and then just put it back at the end of the day to use it later? I guess I could. Let's try that. Jackhammer has been returned to you. Have a great day. Thank you. So I did see a couple of dig spots. 3 ivory dice. Wow. Not bad. Nothing. And that's it. That's the only dig spots I've seen, I think. We have another door. Going to the right. This one is locked. We'll use a key. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Yes. That would be awesome. Have I never seen this? Yeah, because all the green rooms cost gems. Have I never seen this room? A terrace balcony overlooking the grounds, providing an ideal spot for appreciating all the verdure and greenery that the estate offers. Hey, that's great, because those gems, they disappear fast. A dirty coin. 2 more coins. Some tea. And we get a nice view of some kind of angel there. There's a weird plank up there. I've seen that same weird plank in another green room. See, there's this one up there too. Maybe it's just a way to show that the house is kind of like put back together or something. So now I would like to draft more green rooms. But I might run out of keys. Is what's probably gonna happen because I just have the one. I'm going to rotate it all the way around until I just have the 2 hallways. So all of these doors are locked, including the one at the end. That's my last key though. The garage. The dining room or closet. Closet might give me a key. The garage would give me 3, but I can't get it because I don't have a gem. So do I go with the closet and hope that I get a key? Or do I just redraw? I have 3 dice. I might as well redraw. Hope for maybe like a green room. No luck. Again? I don't have a gem. Whenever you enter, you lose 2 steps. That's kind of my best option right now. Oh, shoes. The running shoes. Save some steps so it kind of balances out the gymnasium. But I can only go up and it might very well be locked. It's fucking locked. And these doors might very well be locked too. Let's try going on the left. Okay, this one's open. Closet, archives, commissary. Like, I want to be able to see all 3 floor plans. Oh, the library. I could get a new book. The last book I ordered was The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt, which was borrowed by Clara Epson in 61 and then me in 93. So not a lot of people interested in reading about stars. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. I mean, we already have this information from the observatory. So let's see if any of it differs. So 1 star, 1 gold. 2 stars, 2 trunks added to entrance hall. 3 is 3 steps, plus 1 gem. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Apples are extra delicious. Extra key, plus 5 gems. Dead-end rooms are more common. Everything 50% off. And then green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. That's it? This is the exact same information that's already in the observatory, so that was completely pointless. Thanks. No new information was found other than Clara Epson looked at this book. This says my most avoided floor plan is the lavatory, but I did draft it once. Well, I don't have any keys, so yep, locked. Closet, dark room, archives. Let's do a dark room. We're probably at the end anyways. If it's locked. Okay, this one's open, but we don't see. Doesn't really matter. Okay, it's a boudoir. Venez dans mon boudoir. A lot of people said in the comments, oh, that's how you say boudoir. Yes, it is. Little ballerina. Huh. Fan. The safe is still, yeah, the safe is always there. But I don't know the combination for it. There's a boat outside. Can't play music on this either. Oh, see, it's actually slowly turning, so it is playing music, but I guess it's just silent. Closet, dining room, commissary. Dining room. The more doors, the better. We're currently on rank 6. But steps is not the problem. Keys are the problem. Or the lack of keys, rather. Can we go up? We can. Courtyard, greenhouse. Ooh. More likely to draft green rooms would be nice. But I only have like 1 path left. I do have this one that's locked. Maybe if I can find some keys. I feel like you always want more green rooms. It just sucks that this one is a dead end. But we'll get it. Plus we might be able to find some stuff like metal detector. There might be some keys in the rooms that I didn't spot, because sometimes when they're on the ground, they're very easy to miss. Like, I tried to keep an eye out for them, but sometimes they're hidden very well. Some gems. It's keys I need, bro. Give me a key. Just keeps finding gems. I mean, the gems are nice too. Trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coins, so toss away these sheets you find a worthy trade. Yeah, we've read this before. I can't... We've found 2 of these music sheets so far. Number 5 and number 8. There's got to be a bunch more. This wall also looks like it can open. Am I crazy? It looks like you could open this wall. There's like a secret passage behind it, but... There's nothing interactable. And we don't have the lever. Lever? I hardly know her. Let's go to the left. Fucking locked. Alright, last chance. And we're stuck. Unless I missed a key somewhere. Did I miss a key somewhere? Let's see if the metal detector starts beeping. I'm gonna go back to the code check. Drop my jackhammer there. Jackhammer has been checked. So you can just leave it at the end of each day. At least at the end of each day where like you have enough steps to go back to this room. Oh, there was a gem here that I missed. Back to the entrance. I mean, even if I was to find a key at this point, it's like... It'd be really annoying having to go all the way back. I can never tell if like this game has almost nothing to do or if I'm just too stupid to notice the puzzles. Like... Am I just blind? Am I just dumb? I'm gonna make a wish. Every chance I get, make a wish. Maybe something nice happens eventually. It's only 1 gold. Maybe we can trade some items at the trading post. Can I trade for keys? Sleeping mask. For the salt shaker. Actually, you know what? Yes, because I want to know what the salt shaker does. Running shoes for the lock. Ooh. Yes. Metal detector for 3 dice. Nah. Okay, so I could potentially continue with the lockpick. And what does the salt shaker do? Whenever you eat food and gain steps, you gain an extra step. Oh, right. I think I've seen this once. Do I have enough steps to go back to one of the locked doors? You really want a lockpick tool, I feel. That might be one of the most important items you can have. Oh, I could use it on every door in the Great Hall. I don't know what the odds of the lockpick actually working is. Oh, I never tried this. I forgot this door. Let's do closet. Maybe find something. There's the shoes again. And a gem. So through the corridor into the parlor. Now let's get in the Great Hall and try the lockpick on every door. Because you might as well. Lockpick? Aha! Nothing. Can't on this one. And you can only do it once, right? This door's lock still seems too difficult to pick. Okay. Ooh, this one opened. Got some money. Right. I think last time it opened the left side. So the Great Hall can also open the right side. Okay. Can't open this one. Can't open this one. It seems to be about like a 50% chance you're going to open the door, which is pretty good. Like, that's not bad. Can't open this one. Well, let's hope I manage to open one of these. Well, I have 6 steps left, so... I don't have high hopes. 5. Alright, not getting much luck with the lockpick. 3. Oh. The cloister would be nice, but I got rid of the jackhammer, so now I won't be able to get into the dig spots. But still, that's 4 doors, so... Alright, sure. And with that same angel... No, it's not quite the same one as we saw outside. Is there an item I can pick up? Or is it in the dig spot? Oh no, it's a little coin on the ground. So one of these doors is the key card. This leads into the dark room. So that actually only leaves 1 door, which is probably going to be locked. Oh. Lavatory or weight room? Commissary. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm out of steps. Down to 1. What can I buy? A key? Gonna... Well, I don't have the money for it anyways. So you can buy the upgrade disc for 15 gold. I guess billiard room. Ooh, I saved 1 step thanks to the shoes, so I get to actually stay in this room for a while longer. And there's a key. And a bunch of gold. Now I'm at 17. I could have bought a disc if I wasn't out of steps. 13. 9 times 2, 18. 3 times 2. 6 times 3, 18 again. 5, 7, 10. 10 minus 7. So 3 divided by 1. Still 3. The silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. You're kidding me. You're giving me this key when I have 1 step left? Wait. If the aquarium counts as every color, would it also count as a bedroom, which means it would give me steps? Is that how it works? Oh, the kitchen would have food for sale, but then, okay, what happens if you buy food real quick while the screen is fading out? Would it still, like, keep you alive? Probably not, right? Ah. Let's see. Is this gonna give me steps? No! No! Ah, damn it. Call it a day. See what I mean? I just played for like 50 minutes. And what do I have to show for it? Nothing. I found 3 new rooms, I guess. Look at that. It's beautiful in green. The garden manor. I did get a little allowance, which is nice. To be fair, I covered almost the entire map. So, not a bad day. Day 14. My kingdom for some freaking sunlight. Birds. Does anything ever change in this room? Oh. Oh, it's my allowance. Nice. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Yeah, can you tell me how to get to room 46? Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I'm still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us, Anne Babbage. So Anne Babbage is still around. She's out here leaving letters. I guess the loneliness is like key to the atmosphere that this game is going for, but like I do feel very lonely just being alone here, never seeing another human being, but you get to feel their presence in some way by them leaving you little letters and stuff. I'm gonna make a wish. I don't know what this does, but I hope maybe it like increases your luck at least a little bit. Y'all seeing this? Is this a bug? The simulation is breaking down. At first I thought the place was flooded, like I thought it was water, but no, the place just failed to render. This can't be intentional, right? Am I in a simulation? Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. I kind of like the hovel. This protects you from the red rooms, which is also nice. I think I'd rather not have to use gems. And then you just see it appear. Oops. That's weird. I haven't seen any bugs in the game so far, so it's kind of strange that this is happening. Huh. It might reveal things I shouldn't be seeing, you know? But if I reset... Can I save and quit? No, if I save and quit, it's gonna reset the day. Okay, well, whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. Then... Pantry. We don't need gems today. Nice orange. Yum. Some more coins. Good old West Wing Hall. Let's do bedroom so that it connects. Items for sale. You can't really buy much with just 5, but let's just do chapel so we can go up. But I'm not gonna go inside. I'm gonna go back down and try to expand on the other side of the house. Maybe not the optimal way to use my steps, but you have to try things. Corridor, hallway, observatory. So the next star thing is 5 stars, which is... Wait, no, that was the one we just did. 6 stars is just nothing. The next one is 7 stars, which is the apple thing. I'm gonna do hallway. Let's do Nook. I always need keys. You never have enough keys. There's the code check. I could go and grab my jackhammer, or I could just do a corridor. I don't really want this room to be a dead end, so I'm gonna do... Let's do spare bedroom. It's basically the same as the corridor, except it's gonna give me steps back. Like, I keep looking around hoping I'm gonna find some item that I've missed or something, but... Freezer freezes your account. Gold and gems will not reset at the end of the day, cannot be adjusted. Gonna have to be a parlor then. The black box is black. The black box is empty. The black box is true. The black box is true. The black box is black. So this is true. 2 of them would have to be lying here. Both of these, which we know is possible, it's the only... They're all talking about the black box, so it has to be the black box. Right. Passageway, 6 steps. But it does lead us to a bunch of places, so sure. Why not? Let's go back down. Furnace, corridor, storeroom. Corridor. It's gonna make it nice and open. Kind of creepy when the door opens at the end of the hallway like this, because it connects to another room you've been in. Ugh. So we can go to the foundation, or we can open this one. Security. Gymnasium. Now let's do security. How come now this thing is blue? It wasn't blue last time. Ah, it's a key card. Okay, well, at least we have access to a computer, so if we found a disk, we can use it. View the estate inventory. 1 gem. Currently in the house that have yet to be collected. So there's a gem somewhere that I missed. Keycard system. We'll put the security level on low. And put this on unlocked. Would there be new emails every couple of days? Alright, you can only check the emails from the office. Alright, well, never mind. Storeroom, dining room. This would give us an extra key. Let's do that. We can't open this door, so we'll have to go through the foundation. Can't dig the spots either. Guest bedroom, nursery, kitchen. Kitchen will connect to the security. Fine. Because at least it opens this door automatically, which is nice for me. We've got the menu. Plus 10 and add morning room to today's draft pool. A morning room? That's new. I just need 2 more coins, so let's wait. Maybe we can buy it. We've still got water in the kitchen. Alright, first locked door. I was hoping for a courtyard. Let's do that. We got the sledgehammer. You know, early in the game, I was seeing a lot of these trunks, but now they're really rare. Like, I never really see them. There's a lot of locked doors. A little too much, if you ask me. Dining room, workshop, greenhouse. More likely to draw green rooms. But the green rooms can only be on the sides, if I remember right. I think they only show up on the sides, so if I'm gonna make this a dead end. So it's like if you draft this one, you're like, oh good, now I get more green rooms, but you just created a dead end on one side, so you're less likely to have a chance to get a green room. Right? Oh, there's another key, thank you. You don't find enough keys in this game. For the amount of locked doors that you run into, it's not enough keys. I need the lockpick to become like a permanent item. See? Every other door is locked. Library. Sure, I need to order another book. Because the last one we read was so useful. So now we're at The History of Orindia by Caleb Manning. Yes, please. Foundation. so I had to come into the foundation from the top. Interesting. So now do we get to go underground? Let's do that. Because I don't have like a ton of steps left. I want to see what happens. Is it going to take me in that underground mausoleum? Maybe open that shortcut? The foundation underground. Ooh, there's a disc. Nice. There's a picture even down here, a tree. And a matchstick. That's the same one as D6, which is actually where the foundation is. Oh, so to get the picture in the foundation, you have to descend underground. What is this? Is this going to be locked? The basement door is locked. Do I need a special key or just any key? The key does not fit. Let me in! Let me in! What key do you need? Electronic key card. Oh, so you could have potentially arrived here from there, and then you need to call the elevator. Huh. Okay, so there's a basement, but you need a special key, like a basement key. Have I seen that before? Basement key? That sounds vaguely familiar. Well, at least we found a disc. So now I can go to security to use that disc. Aha. So it gets to upgrade a room. Upgrade the boudoir. Boudoir data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room. Okay. A boudoir that gives you +1 gem. Is that not already what it does? A boudoir that gives you +2 dice or 3 fruits. Do you want more gems? Do you want more dice or more fruits? Is this really an upgrade? Like, doesn't the boudoir already always give you a gem? Or am I thinking of a different room? I mean, 3 fruits, that means 15 steps more, right? That's quite good, I guess. It would be either that or the second one. All right, let's waste our 1 key. The vault costs 9 steps, which means it's usually 3 gems. Plus 40 coins. Do I really get just 40 coins, or do I need to actually do something? Nope, it's just right there. I mean, I guess I'm going to inherit this money anyways, so it's technically mine. Friday, November 20. That's today's date. How come the door's like open? There's like an Anubis statue. I'm kind of scared of stepping in there. What if the door closes behind me? Oh, this is where I needed the key for the... There's another of these here. Picture the coast and the coat. Yeah. And then see, I had the key last time that said... Which number was it? Like 149? So you've got all these different doors, and I guess if you have the key, you can open it. An Anubis statue. Okay, so we got a bunch of money. Now I could go buy some food in the kitchen, since I'm running out of steps already. So let me buy the club sandwich. You can only buy each once, right? So let's do morning room. I don't know what that is. So plus 10, plus 15, and I'll get the banana too. Why not? Oh, the banana you can buy as many times as you want. Interesting. Let's buy like... Let's keep like 20 gold. Oh, now it's sold out. Okay. So there was a limited amount. The morning room. But now I need to go back all the way to the chapel. And I'm out of keys. So if the doors are locked, I'm in trouble. Which sucks because I want to know what this morning room is. Foyer. Hallway doors are always unlocked. This is a new room. It's not gonna lead anywhere though, but I want to see it, so... Alright, fine. Oh, this tells us what all these busts are. Lord William Epson. I'm gonna take a screenshot of each of these. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Major Nicholas Key de Fort. Geari Yena. Baron Edwin Sinclair. Count Isaac Gates. Clearly there's some kind of mystery about these busts, and then like it shows these hands. In the one room we saw a hand pointing down. In another room we see a hand pointing to the side. Like what's with the hands? What's with the busts? Can you interact with them in any way? Key? She's got a necklace, she's got a crown. Geari Yena. Baron. Herbert is not part of these busts either. This one? Wait. Gates? Count Isaac Gates. Just like on the map, it spells out small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Are they related to like the chess pieces, or I don't know. Final door. Patio. walk-in closet. That's the only one it can be. The empty outside. Can't open this. You think we could open it and there'd be like something. Got a gem. Yeah, stuff buried below. If this door is locked, it's a wrap. And it's a wrap regardless, because it's a dead end. What seems to consistently end the run is like I run out of keys. I mean, here it's also because I run out of doors, but... Alright, let's call it a day. Two new rooms. There hasn't been a day yet where we haven't found at least one new room. So, you know, still seeing new things. I don't know for how much longer though. Day 15. Give me my allowance. Still the same bug outside. Make a wish. Okay, so this is just a permanent bug now. Another permanent addition to the house is the outside does not render. Shrine, shelter, root cellar. Let's do a shrine. We'll get a blessing, and we've only seen the one blessing so far, but there might be others. And we have the one coin. Sorry, I don't have a lot of money. Is that enough? The blessing of the dancer. While drafting, you may pay gems to spin floor plans for 3 days. Oh. Thank you. That's not bad. Getting to rotate rooms is useful, but I don't know. If you don't have the hovel, you need your gems to open doors. Let me guess, a den. No den today. Corridor then. Nook. There's the den. We'll get a gem. Oh, there's another box. Like, you'd have to be crazy to spend your keys on these boxes when you so often need your keys just to be able to progress north, you know? Thankfully, the sledgehammer does work on those. Patio. Spread gems in each green room. I'd rather have keys than gems, so storeroom. Even though that's a dead end. Bedroom. Ooh, extra key. That's very nice. Thank you for that. I want to keep my gems in case I run into a room I've never seen, so let's do pantry. Plus we'll get a nice apple. Fine, let's do drawing room. Okay, let's go right. The boudoir, which gives you now 3 fruits, which is very nice. Or I could just redraw. Should I just keep redrawing until I see a new room? I kind of want to just connect to the foundation and get the fruits. Or this would go down. No, let's do boudoir. I like connecting to existing rooms. 3 apples. Yum, yum, yum. So 6 extra steps in total. And then that save just taunting me. Oh, so the elevator being down, that's permanent now. That's always gonna be there. Nice. So if we ever find a basement key, I'm gonna know where to go. Very nice. Dining room, so I can go down. Workshop or spare bedroom. Both will take me down. Let's do workshop. Because it might have an item for me. Like the sledgehammer. That trunk was in the den, right? That's kind of far away now, so I'm not gonna go all the way back, but if we do end up back there. Courtyard. That's gonna take my gem. But alright, let's do it. Because I might find the shovel. Nope, instead we found the metal detector. That's not terrible. Library. Ooh, we'll have a new book. Who borrowed this? Herbert Sinclair in 81. Mary Jones. Detective Bon Margot. I guess that is for detective. In 87, and then again a few months later. Huh. The History of Orindia, 2nd edition. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Airy Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. What kind of dictatorship are we living under in this world? Okay, so just all of it's going to be redacted. The name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Is there a way for me to read what's like redacted? Agera. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Agera, by the ascension of the first king, whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, maybe if I had the magnifying glass, I could read what's behind it. A new kingdom was born. 2nd era. It was the 4th king who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. To his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Eraja, a land steeped in tradition. Oh, they're the 3 flags we saw in the classroom. As the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Oh, there's a letter here. It is a detective from the Red Guard. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department and this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status. So it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a 1st edition, an uncensored copy of the history of Orindia, could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest. A taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit, we'll have a laugh about this after you have given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle. Huh. 4th era. As the kingdom entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desile III was a king who often was seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court but the masses as well. Desile was renowned as the king of no one when he made the decision to move, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice and were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in grand city of Fen. The era of ruin. After the passing of King Desile III, the 4th era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. That's it. Thankfully, the king died. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Desile IV shared little of his virtues. I guess many of his faults and little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. It says Morning Bay. Okay. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. None of this is redacted. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch, Ares, and Nuance to join their cause. The kingdom is called Nuance? However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Does any of this relate to like anything? It has to, right? You wouldn't have me read through all this stuff if it doesn't actually relate to something in the game. It just feels so disconnected because like this is a game about drafting room and trying to reach like a secret room in a mansion, and there's very, very little you can actually interact with in the rooms. And then once in like a blue moon, you'll read like some kind of backstory about the Red Guard and your mother who was like an author, and then these ancient kingdoms is like, okay, like sure, but how does that relate to anything gameplay wise? Like, is that going to help me with one of the puzzles? Is it going to play into anything? One would hope. Like, I assume it's going to play into something eventually, right? Because what's the point in building lore and backstory for Kingdoms of Old in a game like this? I don't get it. It's got to be related to one of the puzzles. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch, you know what? Maybe one of the pictures of a tree is spruce or birch. I should write this down. Like, I know there are trees, I wouldn't think about those. Spruce? Birch? And the other type of tree I forgot the other day was an oak or chêne. That span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and our children. That would be nice if I got to explore this world, but I'm confined to this one mansion, so... And then one final redacted thing right at the end. Interesting? Question mark? Like, this would be interesting if I felt it was connected to anything else, which right now I don't see a connection, but maybe that'll come later. Just be patient, Luke. So what if you've already played this game for like 15 hours? Just be fucking patient. The wine cellar we've already done. It didn't lead to anything. I don't have a gem for the commissary. Okay, well, I guess it's gonna have to be the wine cellar then. At least we get some gems. I remember this coat of arms. Swan, like a swan song. 2 spades, 1 holly. And the year is 1213. Pin and pine. And then just break that, get a nice key. A coin and a gem. Very nice. We have 4 keys right now. Like, I do want to ask you guys, and I'm legitimately curious, how long would you say is reasonable to play a game before you start feeling like, okay, it needs to have hooked me with its story or like its premise or its concept, or like how long do you usually play a game before going, you know what, I don't think this is for me. Like, I think I'm just gonna move on. Like, for some people it might be 1 hour, it might be 2 hours, it might be 6 hours, 10, 20. You just finish a game even if you're not like that into it. And I'm not saying that I don't like this game. Like, it's all right, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for something to really hook me. I'm waiting for like this amazing game of the year that everyone's talking about to show itself to me. Like, I'm patient. I'm still willing to stick with it and see where it's going, but I wouldn't say it's like really planted its hooks in me just yet. Especially if you compare to something like, I hate to compare it to Outer Wilds because they're very different games, but it's kind of the closest thing I can compare it to, because there are two games where they're not necessarily about puzzles per se, but they're more like about, you know, you navigate a game world, and the puzzles are not like just one thing you run into that you need to solve. It's more about like multiple things in the world that you need to make your own connection between, and like, you know. But Outer Wilds hooks you instantly with like its really fascinating world, and like you get to talk to all these aliens, and you've got the mystery of the Nomai, you've got the ghost matter, you've got the interloper, you've got where's Feldspar, you've got just the prospect of going to space, what's in Brittle Hollow, what's in Dark Bramble, what about the quantum objects? Like, there's so many things. Like, you play Outer Wilds for just 1 hour, and there's so many mysteries that just hook you, and you're like, you want to know more, you want to explore. But in this game, I feel like the first few hours are quite, I mean, it's very slow. It's a bit repetitive. You don't have that much control over what you're doing. If there's all these mysteries and puzzle, they're so well hidden, or like they're barely noticeable, as where I think most people will not even notice them until they really dig like much deeper. And I'm sure some people will just say, well, it's because you're not curious enough, or you're not paying attention enough, or you're not smart enough. And like, I don't know, you may be right, but I will say I have played a lot of mystery games at this point, a lot of them on this channel, and I've never really had an issue with any of them. So, but anyways, again, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I'm not saying this game is bad. I'm just saying it's very slow. It's very slow to kind of show its true colors. And if we do keep playing it and like we reach the end and we finish it and my opinion doesn't really change, well then that's okay too. You know, we can't all have the same opinion, and we can't all love the game to the same amounts. Not every game is going to resonate with you the same way it resonated with other people, and we just have to, you know, that's fine. We have to accept that. I think I'm going to rotate this. Can I rotate them? Does it just rotate them once? Okay, that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to go back to the entrance, so that's good. But it did cost me two. It did cost me 2 gems, which is not great. But I did need to come back here. So I want to go back to the den to open that box. Yeah. Okay, we got the compass and a little treasure map. Where's your treasure? Up there. D4. Up there. Okay. Well, I don't have a shovel, but maybe we'll find one. All right, let's keep going north. None of these is really that amazing, so why not use our one redraw, our free redraw. See if we maybe we get something better. I would get some keys in the billiard room. I think I want to do that. The problem is we only have one door going up, so that might be a problem. Oh, one little coin. Plus, I do enjoy this little dart game. I think Lorelei and the Laser Eyes made me realize I actually enjoy math more than I thought I did. 14. 22 minus 20, so 2. 9 minus 2, 7 times 2, 14. 1 times 1 divided by 1, well, that's 1. Very, very funny. Oh, look, it's the secret garden key. That's nice, although I would rather have the basement key. Or even just regular keys. Because I only have the one door right now. Let's hope we're lucky here. Chapel, parlor, observatory. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet with the chapel because I need more doors. Clink. There's something in here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Very well hidden. Special key. I don't think you can do the secret garden in this spot. Yeah, let's just do regular key. Dark room. Commissary. It's gonna have to be the dark room, which is not great. So let's try the other door instead. If I remember right, the secret garden, that was a dead end, wasn't it? I think it was a dead end. Let me try it again. Or no, it does have one door in front. Okay. Oh, it actually has multiple doors, so never mind. I'm just totally wrong. There's something in here. A little coin. So this is already opened. So you don't have to do the puzzle. I mean, it's barely a puzzle, but you don't have to do it again. It stays active. No shovel, unfortunately. Why can I not pick these fruits? I could eat the fruits to get more steps. Oh, this spread fruit throughout the house, actually. So there might be fruits all over the place right now. We've got some keys. Let's keep going up to all these damn locked doors. Closet, freezer, or security. Fine. I just have the one gem left, but okay. We're going to lower the security. Hopefully we don't run into any key cards. Put that unlocked. Kind of sucks that you have to do this every single time. It could just remember it for me. But there we go. Oh, little coin. Should we keep going up? Or like go to the sides? At this point, almost every door is locked. I do have 3 keys though. Oh, look, it's the boiler room. So we read that like the boiler room, it can power some rooms, but they need to be connected by these cables. Like, what does it mean for them to be connected? And it's gonna take my 1 gem that I have left. Oh, and dinner is served back in the dining room. So is it still powered at this point? From the last time I was here? I think it is. We're actually gonna reach rank 9. It's gonna have to be the guest bedroom. I don't have the picture for this room. This is gonna be a first, so... Planet? What is that? A crate? It's like drawing though. It's like painting, drawing. It specifically has the Mount Holly symbol on this crate. It's either crate, box, shipment, and this is planet Earth. Crate. Could it be crater? No. Is it specifically like drawing, draw, paint, trace? I don't know. It has to be crate or box. That's kind of the only thing this can be. Cargo? I don't know. Well, dang it. I was hoping I would get to learn a new letter. Which of these doors did I open? The left one, I think. Two keys left. Fucking locked doors. This is bad. I'm gonna have to go with the parlor because I don't want to spend the gem. Okay, this is crown and crow, so this is an N. So A2 must be a C then. Count, small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. That's gonna be what it is. But then what about the first? What about the first one? Two of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Two of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. Oh, this is a tricky one. Let's see. Wait, what? I feel like that's not enough information to figure it out. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Well, this could be true or false. This could be true or false. I don't really have a way to know until I open the box. It's only when I open the box that I'm gonna know if this box is... the blue? Fuck. The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with... Okay. Whatever you say. It's fucking locked. I'm gonna see locked doors in my nightmares, dude. I'm so tired of these locked doors. Every other door is just locked. Two gems. Which room did I open to the antechamber? In the secret garden, was it the right door or the left door? I think it was the right. Wait. If it's the right, no, it's the left. Okay, so I have to somehow make it all the way to the left of the door, which is never gonna happen. Because all these doors are gonna be locked. Oh, it's a rabbit's foot. And then this is where I would have to dig. But I don't have a way to dig. Unless I dig with the sledgehammer. Just break the floor with the hammer. Hey, you could, technically. It's gonna be locked. Keys for sale. I just have the 11 coins though. I just have the 11 coins. This is a really hard one. I could claim the jackhammer and then I would get the treasure. But that's only going to give me gold. I could do the gymnasium, which is going to take me further down and up. So that's 2 doors I can potentially open, even though they're probably both going to be locked. Or I could do a dead end, but buy some keys. But with only 11 gold, I don't have that many keys. I can buy maybe like, I don't know, 1 or 2. I can buy the lockpick kit. That's probably my best bet. Yeah. So now there's all these, like this is the only one that could potentially lead me to the left. I'm not gonna reach the antechamber, so it doesn't even matter. Plain planet, right? Yeah. Like, how would you even speedrun this game? You're totally at the mercy of the luck, right? Like, even if you optimize your strategy and like the rooms you're drafting, you're still at the mercy of luck. So I don't know how you would speedrun it. All right, this is it. Ooh. And I'm fucked. No gems. The only thing we can do is a furnace. It really is kind of frustrating because you're only given one objective to progress. The one objective you're given is reach room 46. And the only gameplay mechanic I'm given in this whole game is drafting room in the manor. Sure, you can explore outside. Sometimes you'll find like a permanent addition. You can open your outer room. You can figure out some mystery like, ooh, I think it's spelling something on the map that says something about the safes. It's like, well, what about it? You can read the books and get some backstory on this game's world that you can't explore. But the only way for me, the player, to interact with the game is drafting rooms. And drafting rooms is completely random. I'm at the mercy of luck, and like inevitably, you're kind of meant to fail repeatedly. But unlike something like, say, Hades, right? Like in Hades, obviously you're meant to die repeatedly because you're faced with these very difficult challenges, these very difficult enemies. The game keeps getting harder and harder. So the game is obviously designed around that, where 99% of players will go through a night, fight a bunch of enemies, and then just make it maybe halfway through the underworld, die, go back to the base. But then you get to buy some permanent upgrades. You get to talk to the characters, which like keeps you going because you're always kind of curious to see what new characters are going to show up, like what stories are going to progress from talking to all these different characters. You can buy these upgrades. You can kind of like unlock new weapons, new ways to play. And so every time you do a new run, it's like really fresh. It's new. You have a new weapon. You meet new characters. Like they keep throwing unexpected things at you. Like this one time, this character will show up in the middle of a run, or like this weird boss that you've never seen before will show up. And that keeps things really fresh, and that keeps you wanting to keep going, because you're like, even if I die, I'm gonna get to continue the stories with the characters, like I'm gonna get to buy some upgrades and become stronger. But here, I'm not really getting stronger. Like every time you reach a wall, all it does is you have to restart the day. That's it. And tomorrow, I'm not gonna have better luck. I'm not gonna have better rooms. Like there's a few permanent upgrades, like, oh, now I have more steps, now I have an extra room outside. But overall, it gives you like a very, very small advantage. Like it's barely even noticeable that I have these upgrades. It hasn't really affected the way I play the game at all. I really find it is kind of a frustrating process to just throw yourself against the wall and always get blocked in your progress. And I'm legitimately curious to know if I'm alone in feeling that way, because this game has received really high scores. People seem to really love it. It was nominated for Game of the Year. Not only that, but a lot of you watching this right now found my channel thanks to this game, like thanks to this playthrough. So clearly you love not only playing the game, but now you love even watching other people play it. And so I wish I was really, really into it, because it's great that it brought me, all these new subscribers that are now watching my other playthroughs. And but as someone making like a legitimate blind playthroughs, and like I never bullshit on this channel, I always speak my mind, and very often I'll be most critical of the games that I really, really like, because I think if you love something, you need to be able to kind of dissect it and analyze it and criticize it. Because game is an art form, so you need to be able to dissect it the same you would like a movie or an album or anything like that. And some people don't like that. Sometimes they'll watch one of my playthroughs, and as soon as I say one single negative thing about the game, they're like, oh, you just keep complaining. Like, why do you force yourself to play games you don't enjoy? And it's like, I'm not forcing myself to do anything. Like, I do have fun playing these games, but you should be able to criticize them. So like, I'm not gonna stop myself from speaking my mind just because people are watching and wanting me to just blindly praise the game, I think there's a lot of good things about this game. I think there's also some friction and some frustrating things. So I would love to hear your thoughts about that. Like, is that a unique perspective? Or do you maybe share some of these opinions? Is it just that I'm not deep enough into the game yet? Is there like some gameplay mechanic that I've just been missing this whole time that's been like eluding me? And if that's all there is, then that's totally fine. That's what they decided to do. I just find it's not that satisfying of a gameplay loop compared to maybe some other mystery games or some other roguelike games. And I hope you can appreciate me just being honest about my feelings, and like, because I don't want to stand here and just put on a show just because like a lot of people are watching this playthrough be like, oh, this game is so amazing. Like, I love every second of it. It's like, I love some parts of it, and then there's some parts I don't like quite as much, and I think that's fine. So anyways, with all that being said, we're going to call it a day because we're stuck once again. The east-facing villa. We did reach rank 9, which I think maybe is the first time we've reached rank 9. No new rooms. There it is. That's the first day we haven't seen any new room. So, unfortunate. It really is a strange thing to be playing these games on YouTube for the world to see, because like for 99% of people playing games, they'll do so in the comfort of their own homes. And you just get to play the game however you want. No one is watching. You get to go at your own pace and just try a bunch of things. No one's watching. No one is judging. You make up your own opinion, and then you get to tell people, oh, I played this game and it was pretty good. Or like, oh, I played this game and it was really bad. But for me and other Let's Players, because I record myself and I want to share my experience with everyone so they get to relive their favorite games, like obviously my audience is going to be like 99% people who've already played the game and really, really love it. So like you're dealing with an audience of people who love the game and you're playing it for the first time. So you're kind of like making up your own opinion as you go. And then there's also like the meta aspect of just being a creator on YouTube, where some of your playthroughs will do way better than others, either because the game is more popular or just because the algorithm kind of pushed it to more people. And like your enjoyment of the game will not necessarily reflect the audience you're getting. You know, I played a lot of games on this channel that I really, really loved that almost didn't reach anyone. You know, I played something like Jedi Survivor or like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, or like a few of these games that I really loved, and then maybe like 100 or 200 people were watching it. And then sometimes you'll get lucky and the game will hit, like, I think my first episode of Blueprints is at 10,000 views, which is like huge for this channel. And so you're like, oh shit, that's like a really big audience. You know, I hope I end up enjoying the game as much as they do, because it would be great to share our enjoyment together. But so far, I can't say Blueprints has really been doing it for me, but I am still willing to continue it and see where it's going, because I am curious about like some aspects of it and some mysteries that we have yet to solve. And so I hope I can provide like maybe a different perspective than what you've seen elsewhere. We can discuss it some more in the comments. I asked to just please be careful about not having spoilers in your comments. Please don't talk about stuff that I haven't seen yet, because I do still want a chance to be surprised by new stuff and to figure out the mysteries by myself. So until next time, I want to say a big thank you for having watched this video. A big thank you to my patrons for their support. I had fun playing this. It might not seem like it, but I did have fun playing this. I hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you in the next episode for some more Blueprints. À la prochaine!